Okay, so we have another problem here. And it says people buying food in sealed bags at higher elevations often notice that the bags are puffed up because the air inside has expanded. A bag of pretzels was packed at a pressure of 1 atmosphere at a temperature of 22 degrees Celsius. When opened at the summer picnic at Santa Fe, New Mexico at a temperature of 32 degrees Celsius, the volume of the air in the bag is 1.38 times its original volume. What is the final pressure of the air? Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to set up the equation. This is one worth noting. P initial times volume initial over temperature initial equals pressure final, volume final over temperature final. So I'm going to box this because this is kind of a big deal and worth knowing. And I'm just going to do some algebra really quick, and we find that P initial, V initial times T final over T initial times volume final is equal to your final pressure. So we have an equation for our final pressure. And we know some of these things. We know our initial pressure. We know our initial temperature. We know our final temperature. And we know something about the volume. So let's interpret the volume because that's the only one not explicitly given. It says the volume of the air in the bag is 1.38 times its original volume. So in other words, V final is equal to 1.38 V initial. And this relationship is something we'll need to solve this equation. So we can plug in what we know. We have 1 atmospheric pressure. Volume initial, I'm just going to call it V initial. And temperature final, I'm going to convert that to Kelvin. So if we do that, it's 32 degrees Celsius plus 273.15. That's how we're going to convert to get our Kelvin. Divided by our initial temperature, which was 22 degrees Celsius, plus, we need this in Kelvin, times the final velocity. And we're going to use the relationship we had up here to say 1.38 V naught. And you can see here that your initial volume drops out. And actually, I haven't plugged this in yet, so let's see what we get. Oh no, I did. 0.75. That's going to be the final pressure in this bag. So hopefully that helps a little bit work through these kind of problems.